Hey, what's up, card fighters? So this is another match that I had recorded of me playing the AVANTGARDA deck. This was at the Oviedo versus Games locals. So check them out. Really nice store. Like impeccable staff in my opinion. Like they're always like they treat me very well and they don't mind me recording, which is like the biggest thing there. But we die rolled for a little bit, and I do believe I won the die roll here, so I am going first. My opponent is playing the Yo Asakura deck, so I am going to be explaining his cards a little bit in case people don't know what Yo Asakura is, because it has been a long time since that deck has been viable in the current metagame. I do believe it's definitely a rogue contender, but people just don't play this deck anymore. Oh no, he won the die roll. Okay, so he gets to go first here. He's going to be pitching a grade 2 here. Rides grade 1 Yo, and grade 1 Yo allows him to get his grade 1 spirit buddy from the deck and call it to center column. We're going to pitch Penguin here, get our world order, and then do our top 5 search for Penguin. I will be posting a deck profile of this list this Wednesday, I believe. We whiffed the search. Um, I'm just gonna post the list as is. I feel like I could have maybe gone with like a different deck strategy, and it would have been slightly better. We get a crit here, and he damages 2 grade 2s. But I think it's important to just post a list as is because at the end of the day, it did achieve what I built the deck to achieve, which was to get your Persona Ride and your set order every turn after turn 3 as consistently as possible. He's going to swing for 10 here, we block it, and then he's going to swing for 28 because of his grade 2's ability, which allows him to CB1, give itself 5k, and draw a card. Let's see what we discard here. We're going to discard a grade 2 set order to ride the grade 2 of AVANTGARDA. Somebody hit the camera here. I believe it was one of the female Vanguard players. She had brought her like stroller because she brought her child there as well, which she's well known there. So like I really didn't have a problem with it. Like she didn't she even like apologized for it, and I was like, yeah, it's whatever. Don't worry about it. Now we're swinging for 25 here. He damages another grade 2 here. So he's gonna pitch a draw trigger here to ride. And he's going to call grade 2 How. I'll explain these abilities as he uses them. So he's going to Oversoul here, which allows him to put his Spirit Buddy into Soul. And he gets to draw a card, and his Vanguard gets the continuous ability of his front row gets 5k to the end of turn. Then he's going to activate the grade 2 How's ability. He Soul Blast 3, give itself a crit until the end of turn. Also, another thing I would like to note is he just grabbed my dice, which were like in my little dice tray. He just grabbed my dice and started using them. And like I've noted this before, I'll say it again, guys. I don't mind if people borrow my dice. Like more often than not, we get an over trigger here as our first damage, which is very clutch. Low key was very clutch, but I don't mind if letting my opponent borrow my dice, but you know, at least ask first, you know, be courteous about it, you know what I mean? He swings, but you know, obviously our Vanguard's 100 million here. And I guess he just forgot about it, so it is our turn. But you know, be courteous and be like, hey, do you mind if I use your dice? And you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I didn't really like care that much, but you know, I was a little bit peeved because this is actually has happened to me like so many times before. Like my dice will be in my tray on my side of the field, and my opponent's just gonna reach over and take my dice, and I'm like, ah, come on, bro. Like you know, have some decency. We searched a grade 2 set order off the ride line here. Not much we could do here on this turn. We're going to call Vogel, no skill, because obviously we have no counterblast. Or we're going to call another one. Then we're going to set the grade 3 set order here, and they both get +5. Activate my Vanguard's ability. Give itself +5, which I really wasn't counting for like the whole day, but it does. And the grade 3 set order is just going to give 5k to the front row every time my Vanguard swings. He's going to activate his Blitz Order here, which gives 10k to his Vanguard. He discards a card and allows him to draw a card. So he's going to guard for 38 here, which is a 2 to pass, which we get a front trigger here and a penguin. So my front row is now swinging for 33. Which he takes the first one, damages another grade 2, and then he damages another grade 2. So it was kind of, his damage zone was like kind of crazy this first game. He decides to Persona Rad here. And I was remarking to him that he doesn't get the 5k to the front row yet. He has to Oversoul, which he's going to activate a normal order here, which allows him to grab his spirit buddy from the drop zone, and now he is going to Oversoul. So now he has a static 15k to the front row for the turn. And he's going to activate Hao's ability here, I believe. The red one, the red card. Which I believe ultimately he does. He's debating on it, but ultimately I believe he does activate Hao's ability here. He's going to call his grade 1 Spirit Buddy, which gets 5k if he has a Vanguard of YOH in its card name. So it's a 13k booster. So that line is now 23-38 by itself with a crit. And he's going to swing for 28 at the Vanguard. And his Vanguard's ability is if he's at 4 or more damage, counterblast 1 in and gets a crit when it attacks. Which we just take it. First check is a strategy order. Second check is a crit trigger. So our Vanguard's at 23 now. And he's going to swing for 38 to our 23. So this is a 20k shield, easy block. And then he's going to swing for 25 at our rear guard. And we just decided to block that with a 15. So we stand and draw. We don't Persona Ride here. We don't have Persona Ride, but we called the Operate Master here, ditching the Penguin to grab Persona Ride to our hand. Then we're going to do top 5 for the Penguin. We whiff again, sadly. Then we're going to play the grade 2 set order here. I'm going to activate the grade 2 set order. It's going to give 10k to my Vanguard. He can't intercept this turn, nor can he use Blitz orders. So this is 23, but it's supposed to be 28 again, because AVANTGARDA gives itself 5k when you activate its ability. I just forgot about that 5k the whole day. He perfect guards here. I get a front trigger, and I get another Operate Master. So I'm going to swing for 20 at the Vanguard. And I'm going to swing for 28 at the Vanguard. Which he tries to intercept, but I told him he can't intercept. So I let him take it back, because obviously, you know, this deck is still pretty new, so not everyone is going to know exactly what all the cards do, and I even let him read the set order here. And he does decide to perfect guard, ditching his Blitz order. Draws for turn, draws a crit. He's going to ride into the second YOH, which its ability is, when it rides on top of another YOH, it gives itself plus 10k and a crit. So he's going to call over Hao. Dr. Faust, its ability is on place, counterblast 1. You could call another Shaman that's grade equal to or less than your Vanguard from your drop zone. And he was looking for a Shaman. I believe he was looking for Anna. It's the only Shaman in his deck that lets to restand his Vanguard if his Vanguard attack didn't hit. But he didn't find Anna in there because he hasn't healed one yet. They're on his damage zone. And then I was remarking to him that his grade 1 from his ride line is a Shaman, so he could call that. And he's going to Oversoul with the grade 1 here. It's going to give a 10k to his front row till the end of turn. So he's going to swing for 20 at my rear guard. Debating if I want to block this or not. Yeah. So I block with a 10k shield. Now he's going to swing for 33 at the Vanguard with a crit. We perfect guard this. He heals here. He heals the Faust, and he gets another grade 3 Yo. And he was remarking how he misplayed, how he should have, like, I don't know what his other... So he attacks the rear guard again when guarded for 20k shield, but he was remarking how he misplayed with the grade 2, how he should have, like, boosted or somewhat like that. But we Persona right here, call another Vogel, no effect on the Vogel. We're going to set a grade 3 order, so both of them get +5, and then we're going to activate it. So I'm going to swing here for, I say 28, but it was supposed to be 33. Again, I forgot about the Vanguard 5k. So 33, and I do inform him that my Vanguard will restand no matter what. So he 1-passes my Vanguard, which is technically not a 1-pass, but we do get a critical trigger here, giving all effects to our Vanguard, but he does get a trigger and a heal. So now he is at 33 himself. We pitch a Penguin here, top 5 search, get our grade 3 set order. And then we're going to swing here for 43, which, again, is supposed to be 48. So this is 48 to 43, which I believe, again, he tries to 1-pass, which is... This is technically not a 1-pass here. But he goes for a 1-pass, and we get another crit trigger, and he gets another heal. But that is the end of Game 1. Which was not a bad game, in all honesty. My opponent just wasn't familiar with the deck. Which, again, I don't blame him for not being familiar with the deck. It's fairly new deck. So I was just trying to be as courteous as possible and explain everything that was going on during this match. But he does decide to go first here for the second game. Which I was like decompressing the air because I do have inner sleeves. I do have inner sleeves. I like to inner sleeve my decks. I like the protection of double sleeving, but I don't like the bulkiness of double sleeving. So inner sleeves is my little shortcut to that. Put back 3 here. So he's going to go ahead and start us off again. This time he does see his Anna. He sees her in multiples, but he only needs 1. So he pitches Anna for a ride and then grabs his grade 1 Spirit Buddy. Pitch a 15 for a ride here, and then we're going to add our World Order. The whole reason that we're running the World Order package actually was just because I felt like I just need a little bit more aggression in the early game, and I felt like just like the world booster, like, not booster, but like attacker or booster got me that. So he's going to damage a grade 2 Faust here. He's debating what he wants to pitch here. Pitches a 15 for ride here. Calls out his grade 2. He's going to swing for 10 here. We guard for 5k, and he's going to swing for 28 here. We don't guard. He gets a grade 3 Yo, and then we pass turn. Pitching a Penguin here, and we're going to do our top 5 search, which we get a grade 3 set order off our top 5. We're going to activate our World Order here, get our 15k token, and then we're going to swing for 10k at the Vanguard, which he takes it. We get another grade 3 set order. He gets a heal trigger, so we're going to swing 15 at the rear guard, which he takes it, and that is the end of our turn. He's going to pitch his Blitz Order here, riding up to his grade 3 Yo. Which he isn't even going to oversoul here. He's just going to swing for 26, I believe, which he gets a crit, and we do heal here. I believe he had like a combo, but he needed to be at more damage, so he just decided to save it for next turn. is what I believe what he was trying to do. But we search our grade 2 set order here. I'm going to call Vogel here. I'm going to search our grade 3 set order. Vogel's going to get +5. Then we're going to activate it to draw a card. And then, again, I remark this is 18, but this is actually supposed to be 23. That I wasn't counting the 5k off of AVANTGARDA the whole day. You know, this is why it's important to read your cards, guys. But he's going to 43, which is still a 2 to pass. And we get a Vogel and a Perfect Guard here. So we're going to swing for 20 at his Vanguard. Which he just takes it. He gets a critical trigger here, but our rear guard still hits since it's 23. And he elects to take it again. He's going to choose to Persona right here. Called Ground grade 2 How. So he's going to... First he's going to Oversoul, which is going to give a 15 to his front row because of the Oversoul and the Persona Ride. And then he's going to call Anna here. And now he's going to activate How. Soul Blast 3, retire the Vogel. How going to give itself a crit. And he's going to swing for 28 at the Vanguard, which for Anna to restand the Vanguard needs to not hit, so we just take the Vanguard swing. Get a defensive front, which is very good. And then he swings for 25. We just guard for 15. Stand and draw. We're in Persona right here. I'm going to call a Vogel. I'm going to get a grade 3 set order here. Then we're just checking the deck real quick. Set the grade 3 set order. Vogel will give itself a +5. I'm going to call down a Bulbul Mine here. Put into Soul, draw a card off of AVANTGARDA. Then we're going to swing, again, this is supposed to be 33 because AVANTGARDA is 5k off of his ability. He Perfect Guards it. We get a Perfect Guard, another AVANTGARDA. We're going to activate his ability. Pitch an Operate Master here, and then swing for what's supposed to be 38. He 1 to passes us here anyways. So we're going to swing for 38. He takes it. Then we're going to swing for 43. Which he takes it again. And that is the end of our turn. And I misplayed here. I should have put the Bulbul Mine into Soul. But I already passed my turn. So I was just like, it's whatever. I'll just do it again next turn. If he doesn't retire it, which I believe I had another Bulbul Mine in my hand. I believe he Persona Rides here again. Yeah, he Persona Rides here again, calls down another How. Which he can only activate 1. But he just needed another rear guard. He retires Vogel again, giving the crit to How. And now he can activate its ability since he had 4 more damage. So it's going to be 28 with a crit. We Perfect Guard here. We use the Blitz Order Perfect Guard, just get it out of our hand because it doesn't have the DPG text. Now he gets to activate Anna, rest Anna, and restand his Vanguard, but it's only going to have 1 drive here. So he's going to swing for 28 to crit, 1 drive. We just PG his Vanguard again, we ain't taking any chances. So he's going to swing here for 25 to crit, we guard for 15, and he's going to swing for 25. Which we just take that one here. So we're going to stand and draw. Persona right here. Call down another Vogel. Which we get it from the drop zone since we don't have any more grade 3 orders in the deck. We set it. And because of how I did this turn, and you know, because I didn't countercharge last turn, I have to swing with my other rearguard column first before I swing with the Vanguard, which is a little bit unoptimal, but you know, we have to sacrifice for the misplays of last turn. So this is 33 at the Vanguard currently. He guards for 38. So we get the counter charge off, and then we're going to swing for what we say is 28, but it's actually 33. He doesn't guard. And that is the end of game 2. I believe he was remarking how his hand really wasn't that optimal, at least in terms of guard. He just had like a bunch of unit cards in it, which is understandable. But yeah, guys, that is my second match with AVANTGARDA. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. A deck profile will be posted up soon. This channel is just growing every day, like a little bit more every day, and it's just like amazing how we got so far in like a little over a year. I appreciate you guys' support so much. But you know, again, sorry for talking your ear off. Later. Hope y'all have a good night.